What's up, guys? I know I got a request to do a Battlefield 3 emblem for Black Ops 2, so I decided to go ahead and crank one of these out. I'll run through layer 1. I used the tube from Tools, and I also used the color silver color right here, the fourth one down. Or the fifth one, I'm sorry. The fifth color down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And you can see the location there, which is behind the tag. Okay, and for layer 2, I used tube again under Tools. Same color, fifth one down gray. And you can see how they kind of overlap with each other here to give it kind of like a background. Additional tag in the back. Layer 3, use tube again, and I just used it as a back set for the main Call of Duty, or the main Battlefield 3 tag, and that was tube with the color, the silver color. Let me see if I remember here. Okay, I used the third one down on that one. That was the third silver. Okay. Layer 4, same tube, and I used the same silver color as the third layer. And you can see right here as I'm flipping between, you can see where they go. Okay. Layer 5, I used tube again, which is under Tools. Basically you stretch and skew it around, you can get it to actually look like a dog tag, and you can see how I overlaced these two together to make a dog tag. Okay. I created a hole here, and I used, let me go ahead and pop this up for you. I used the circle 2, the circle 02, and I used as a color, I used just black. Black is the color, and I just pretty much, you can see where I placed it. I placed it there, kind of like a punch out. Here, layer 8, I used the full circle, and I used black on it. Or, as a matter of fact, I would assume you could probably use the gray. Let me go ahead and I'll change it to the gray. That way it'll actually stand down a little bit more. And you can do whatever you want with it. Now on layer 9, I used the second lieutenant, and I stretched it around and skewed it around, but you can kind of see. And again, guys, you may have to pause this to actually get it where you want it. But you gotta skew it around. Don't forget to push it on your right analog stick. It'll let you skew it and stretch it and twist it until you get the shape that you desire. Okay, that's layer 9, and that's just white. Going to layer 10, you can kind of see as I flip between 9 and 10 how that lined up. Same thing. If you got to pause it, feel free to pause it. I use white as the color. Layer 11, you can see between 10 and 11 here, it's highlighting in blue on the bottom. Layer 11 on the bottom, I use the second lieutenant for all of these I'm showing you. Layer 12, second lieutenant, stretched and skewed. 13, second lieutenant, you can see where I placed it. 14, I used the same color orange as I did on the dog tag, and I'll show you where I set it to kind of trim everything up to give the cut down effect that I wanted. That is the second lieutenant. 15, second lieutenant, I made it very small. You can kind of see right there where it cuts into it. And again, you may have to pause. Now this is the one where you actually have to go into the emblem. I used podium, okay, and I used white. And you can see how I gave it the curve on the bottom of the 3, and that's by skewing it around with the right thumbstick pushing it in, twisting it around until I got the desired effect that I want. You may want to pause until you can get the shape that you want. Use the same podium here on the top rim of the 3, and that's skewing and flipping to get the desired shape that I want. Layer 18 is Second Lieutenant, and where is layer 18? I'm not sure where that layer is at. Let me take a look. Let me see where this layer is at. Okay, I'm sorry. So that layer is on the top here. This is the line on the top of the 3. If you'll notice on top of the 3 itself, the shadowing lighting effect that comes from the Battlefield 3, you can see that it's right there, and I just sketched and skewed a Second Lieutenant down to the size and shape that I wanted. Okay, and layer 19, you can move it anywhere you want, or 18. I moved it down to the spot I wanted it in, and I just did that to emphasize the punch out on the top of the dog tag. That's just an additional. Let me go ahead and show you where it's at. It's circle 2, and I outlined it, and you can do the outline by pressing the start button, and that's all I did, was use it as an outline. And let's see, you can maneuver it however you need to give the desired effect that you want, and I just basically followed around. Okay, layer 20, same as layer 19, Second Lieutenant, skewed down to a thin design. Same thing again with layer 21. You can kind of see, same thing, Second Lieutenant. Same thing again, layer 22, Second Lieutenant. Same thing again with layer 23, Second Lieutenant. The color that I used was the darker gray. Let me see which one that is. Okay, I think it's the third gray down. The third gray down is the one that I used, I believe. Yeah, the third gray down. Okay, and that's on all from layer 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. The rest of these are pretty much all the same, just sketching and skewing these down and spacing them out. And again, if you have to pause, these are all Second Lieutenants, and you can kind of see how they all pretty much, there's no specific order to these, but you will want to pay attention at the bottom of the 3 where the, I'll call it the peak of the 3 in the middle comes out. You want to keep those lines all symmetrical, running all the way across, keep them in line with each other. But it's all Second Lieutenants skewed down to that size, and there you have it. You have the Battlefield 3 Dog Tag Emblem. If you haven't done subscribed, this has been the Mad Review. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate it, guys.